What's going on, everybody? Um, Tonight, we're gonna talk about let's see. Okay, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Dirty Bird Fly Through. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share out. And tonight's topic is Atlanta Falcons James Pearce Jr. arrested in Florida for domestic violence and fleeing charges, among other things. Um, Make sure y'all hit the likes button and subscribe and comment and share out and all that. Yeah, I mean, listen, y'all know the drill. But um, a report came out close to an hour ago that James Pearce Jr. Had a run-in with the law earlier today. He was arrested this afternoon in Doral County, Florida. Um, and Doral County, I believe, I'm pretty sure that is or no, it wasn't Doral County, Florida, but it's in Miami-Dade. So I mean that whole area, but um I'm man personally, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Obviously, I was very pissed off to see this and hear about this for several reasons. Um, and let me be very clear. In America, we have a justice system that it is said that you are innocent until proven guilty. And I'm not going to try to jump to any conclusions in terms of if he's actually guilty or not. But at the end of the day, this this is some very dumb shit to do. I mean, you're talking about a situation where just obviously for not just obviously a standpoint of James Pearce Jr. and the impact that he had his rookie year, but also on a personal level, the opportunity to play in the NFL. And we know how obviously sensitive it is in the NFL with these domestic violence cases and stuff like that. And you may have just screwed a amazing opportunity up. Now we all get opportunities that we screw up, but you know to put in jeopardy, at least is what I'll say, this type of opportunity, it's absolutely stupid. Just a stupid thing, a stupid incident, from the sounds of it. But I want to read off the report. This is from let's see. This is from WPLG Local 10 down in Florida. Falcons James Pearce Jr. jailed after police chase domestic incident with a WNBA player. NFL star linebacker James Pearce Jr. was arrested Saturday after fleeing a domestic dispute and crashing his vehicle during a police chase, according to Doral Police Chief Edwin Lopez. Officials were initially dispatched to DPD headquarters for a reported dispute between a male and female. Police said Pierce, 23, fled the scene and later crashed at Northwest 103rd Avenue and 66th Street before being placed in handcuffs. Lopez confirmed with Local 10 News that the woman in the dispute was WNBA star Rakia Jackson. Jail records show Pierce is facing charges 2 counts of aggravated battery with a deadly weapon and 1 count each of aggravated stalking and fleeing or eluding police with lights or siren. Pierce was booked into Turner Guilford Night Correctional Center with his bond yet to be set. He was picked in the first round by the Atlanta Falcons in the 2025 NFL Draft and the runner-up for Defensive Rookie of the Year. Pierce had 10.5 sacks during his rookie year. Also, I want to read off the charges that James Pearce Jr. that have been brought up against him. He is case number F2. I ain't gonna read all that shit off. These are the charges: battery, aggravated with a deadly weapon, 2 counts; domestic violence, stalking and aggravated. And he does have a bond that has been set. Well, he actually has his bond has not been set yet. His bond has been set on 2 amounts, but the domestic violence, he's actually not been granted bond. So, old boy's going. He's going to be in jail through the weekend. Until he sees the judge, likely on Monday. But man, I just want to say this. Okay, first of all, look, with domestic violence cases, I'm not justifying, and what I'm about to say, I'm not justifying beating on women or anything, because you're never supposed to put your hands on a woman. But as men in this world, I'm gonna just be honest. We know how females can be sometimes, and I don't know if Rakia Jackson was his girlfriend or not. However, at the end of the day, things can happen and things can easily be, interpreted the wrong way with these incidents. Now, the deadly weapon is what I really think it makes Pearce look bad in this. What really takes the cake, though, is, well, it's two things. Number one, it's the evading, and number two, the fact that he crashed the damn car. So it ain't really the domestic thing is, the base of it, but the cherry on top, the shit that's really gonna do him in here, is crashing the car and eluding from the police. That's just that was purely stupid shit. And there's a video out there that you can go and you can watch. So, after reading all this, at the end of the day, listen, as far as the domestic stuff goes, we don't know what happened. But, an eluding charge, crashing the car, just fucking stupid. You get a once in a lifetime opportunity to play in the NFL, and you jeopardize it. Doing stupid shit like this. The link is pinned at the top of the chat, by the way, if y'all want to come in and talk about this incident. But it was absolutely stupid. Man, and listen, there's really not much else that can be said other than that, because we still don't know all the details. He obviously will get his day in front of a judge. OG, what's up?
What's up, man?
Hey, once
What's
again,
going on?
you've had these experience, man. How long have you been on this earth?
63 years, man.
You have a lot. You have a lot under your time at 63 years on this earth. You've been through a lot, right?
Yes, I have.
And what do you got to say about this?
Well, you want me to talk about the guy, the situation, or the people's reactions that I've seen, that I've
Well,
been listening to?
we can talk about all that, but let's talk about the
Where you want
situation
to start
first.
at?
Let's talk
About
about
Pierce?
the situation. Yeah, with the whole
Okay.
situation.
I think this guy's about what, 22 years old?
23.
Okay, he's 23 years old. He's a professional athlete. He's a young black man that is obviously in some trouble. Um, he made some decisions. And I'm gonna agree with you in one part of it. All of that other stuff, he's innocent until proven guilty. But the high speed chase and the crash in the car, that's I don't see how he gonna get out of that.
That's the one thing you can't defend.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So all the other stuff is speculation. I don't know what was said to him when the cops came, what made him leave, you know, but um contrary to what's being said, I've been hearing, if he had a weapon, Why they didn't shoot him? Why the cops didn't shoot him? Think
Well,
about it. They done shot.
the
They done
weapon.
shot more. They done shot more for less.
You right. Well, this is what the charges say. Okay, the
Yeah. Oh, we
weapon.
ain't worrying about the charges. The
Well,
charges. Hey, that kid. Where that kid was at LSU? That wasn't even at the accident, and the cops put the charges on him, and he killed himself. And then come to find out, oh, he wasn't nowhere near the accident, man. That they put, put his name on the picture screen, talking about he's a murderer. He was driving crazy, and he caused the accident. And the police try to get the witnesses to say that he was already there, and this kid couldn't take the pressure, and he killed himself. Then come to find out later, he wasn't even there. And now James Pearce Jr. is in some trouble, and all of the people that's supposed to be wholesome, they bashing him. You know what I mean? Yeah, it was a bad move. It might not have been a dumb move. It was a bad move. Right now, it's a bad move. Until we get solid, concrete evidence.
I I do want to read all. I'll also want to read this off. Okay, some new information I just found. The charges that James Pearce Jr. are facing are heavy felony charges in the state of Florida. Aggravated battery with a deadly weapon carries up to 15 years per count. So we got to remember there's two counts for this. Aggravated stalking up to 5 years and fleeing police another potential 5 years. But as a 22-year-old with no prior convictions, his 2023 college traffic arrest was dismissed. A high-profile athlete with resources for top lawyers, and by the way, the owner he's playing for, Arthur Blank, as we know, some of the best access to some of the best legal defense resources around. I expect a plea deal that avoids trial and serious prison time, probably pleads to reduced misdemeanors like simple battery or reckless driving, gets probation, community service, fines, and mandatory counseling, anger management, or the DV intervention. The domestic violence element adds scrutiny, but the plea bargains often drop the deadly weapon aggravator to keep it non-felony. If there's video evidence of the incident beyond the arrest footage that's circulating, it could complicate things, but athletes in comparable spots like Reuben Foster or Kareem Hunt have walked away without jail. Worst case, a short sentence, months but not years, if he fights it and loses, but that's unlikely. Now as far as the NFL goes, the legal act fast under the personal conduct policy, especially since this involves alleged domestic violence with a weapon. Roger Goodell doesn't play around with that type of stuff. And once again, by the way, touching on the NFL for the moment, you know what this is the night before, right? This is the night before the Super Bowl.
Okay.
This is the night before the Super Bowl, and I'm telling you, for this to be the top story coming out of the NFL the night before the Super Bowl, man, they ain't gonna be forgiving him what type of punishment they give him from that aspect. I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
But let's remember that this only happens to the Atlanta Falcons. That's what's so frustrating about it, just from the team perspective. We can't ever have nice shit. This only happens to the Atlanta Falcons, and the thing is, this ain't even the first time this has happened to the Atlanta Falcons the night before the Super Bowl.
Well, I'll agree with the night before the Super Bowl thing, but I gotta disagree on it. Happens. It only happens to the Falcons, man.
Well, I mean,
I
no,
just think that people approach it. People approach these things different, man.
I'm
Let
talking
me let
about
me
the
tell you
night
something.
before the Super Bowl.
I get it. Okay,
Yeah.
I get it. But here's the thing, man. Let me tell you something. My pastor told us. He used to tell us. Well, he's passed away, but he says the only difference between, and I'm talking about the people that came on these podcasts, and they're blasting this guy. One guy's calling him an idiot. He's stupid. For 30 minutes calling the guy stupid, calling him an idiot. He's got millions of dollars. Money don't solve your problems. First of all, money don't make you smart. Money doesn't do anything but just do what it's supposed to do. It's just money. But the difference between the uppity people that think they're above making dumb mistakes, admittedly, and the people that did, is that We just didn't get caught. And if we did get caught, we didn't get convicted. That's the difference. All of us have done some things to where that we should
Uh,
be in a different
oh,
situation.
hey, none of us are perfect. None of us are
Right. And,
perfect.
and people do dumb stuff. I've
And
done dumb stuff. And had situations went swayed to the left. I probably would have been in a situation similar to that
and
on the back end.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I want to read off another thing too. This is per Andy Slater with Fox Sports South Florida. James Pearce Jr. is accused of intentionally crashing his Lamborghini into his ex-girlfriend. We're talking about Rakia Jackson's car multiple times, trying to stop her from getting to a police station. Law enforcement sources tell Andy Slater. So listen, the more
Now
that's
the
come,
story's changing.
hey, and it's getting worse for him.
That's okay. Like that kid that killed himself. That story, everybody was biting on him and put the pressure on him, and he killed himself. You know what I'm saying? Just sit back, man. Let's just sit back and let's let it play out, man. You know, before we go overboard with it.
But
Now if it comes out that he's guilty, I have no sympathy for him, none. But I've seen a man get beat by 7 to 8 police officers on the videotape, probably before you were born. Beat on
oh
the
yeah,
on the
hey,
tape.
you talking
It's on
about
every
you talking
tabloid
about
on the
Rodney
earth.
King, right?
And they turned around and said that my eyes lied to me. And I'm gonna be honest with you, that changed my life. That was one of those things that changed my life, how I look at things.
Yeah.
They told me that my lying eyes were guilty. And now this young kid, he's in a situation. He needs some support right now, bro. He needs some support from the content creators. He needs support the the team that he's playing for, and he don't need people to be saying that he needs to be traded, get rid of him off my team, and he's stupid and all of that. He made a mistake, man. Life is full of all choices,
Oh,
and we don't know what happened.
listen.
And I'm not gonna turn my back on him. I'm not gonna support what he did, but I'm gonna support him by not helping to spread false
And,
narratives.
and I want to make something very clear. A lot of what I'm, saying, I feel like everything I've said so far has been has gone off largely what we know and what has actually been largely, confirmed with the video. Because I mean, there is a video, and at the end of the day, there's
What did the video show?
well, I mean, you and I need to go back and rewatch the video, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that
No, no,
right
no. The
now.
only thing I saw in the video was the cops was on it.
Yeah,
I didn't see nothing. I didn't see no
hey,
cars. I didn't see nothing. I saw the cops got him on the ground. That's all I saw.
that's the video.
That could be a lot of different things. Like I said, I got to keep using it. That kid. Nobody. The people that he it mattered to him. They putting it out. He killed these people. He wasn't even there. He couldn't take it. He took his own life, man. For what? But nobody's talking about that no more. That news is gone. That news is gone. And no, and we haven't learned a lesson from that. Let's just see what happens, man. The dude got to sit in jail over the weekend, man.
Oh yeah, hey, yeah,
Maybe this is just for him. Maybe this is his defining moment. You know what I'm
possibly,
saying?
yeah.
Maybe it's set up for him not to get out. You know what I'm saying? Things happen, man.
It's
Now, if he would put his hands on that lady or whatever, and it comes out, then he gonna get what he's supposed to get.
yeah, yeah.
But now it went from a chase from the police to he crashed in a car and he trying to hurt the lady. Okay, see, two different stories already that came out. And my thing is, if he had a firearm, why they didn't shoot him? They shooting everybody else. They putting bullets in folks, bro. They
Well,
put a bullet in a man laying on the ground, and he didn't even have a gun.
it's very important to just I want to read over the charges again. And the
Okay.
charges say that there's the thing though. It's several different charges. I understand. It's several different charges. There is a charge for fleeing and eluding, and that charge doesn't mention anything about a deadly weapon. Then there's a charge about battery, aggravated assault. That's the one with the deadly weapon. So even though it's all under one case, one large incident, it was different things happening, different elements to it.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. But like you said, 63 years, bro. I seen a lot of things. I seen a lot of people get away that I thought was dead to right guilty because of what I heard
But
and not because of what I saw. And
yeah,
then some things that I did see, I couldn't believe that they said that ain't how it happened.
and
You know,
well, once
you know.
again, I hope you're right about this. Cause listen, I don't think. Listen, I don't know who James Pearce Jr. is, and that's why I ain't gonna come on here tonight and say he's a bad guy. I don't know what the incident with him, and Rickea Jackson was. We don't know what the incident was. All once again, we have a video of him getting arrested. Now, there's reports that he did crash the car. He was eluding from the police. And, that could be
And that's a
stuff.
that's a bad charge right there now.
That's the bad stuff. That's
That's the
why I
bad
said
stuff
the domestic
off the top.
violence, it could be anything.
Right. It
Even
could be anything.
the deadly weapon
Go
could,
ahead.
man, the deadly weapon could have been simply he maybe grabbed a knife and he didn't even realize what he was doing.
Where the deadly weapon could have been, he got a license to carry, and somebody saw it,
Yeah,
or somebody could have said he got a gun.
yeah.
I'm just saying, it's just too many different things. But to run from the police, speed through residential areas, probably where he was at, and crash that car. Oh yeah, he definitely. Because they're gonna say he could have killed somebody with that with the vehicle. Yeah,
But
that's bad. Yeah.
the one thing that James Pearce Jr. really has going for him, and he's gonna have time in jail, but I guarantee you, he could very well get a phone call tomorrow from Mr. Blank's people, and he just the one thing he better do, he just better tell the truth. He better tell the truth. He better be aware of this situation, and he just better pray that, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of things that could be said. At the end of the day, look, here's one of the things we got to realize. James Pearce Jr. was not drafted by this regime. He was drafted last year by Terry Fontenot and Raheem Morris. Yes, Jeff Ulbricht's still here as defensive coordinator, but we have a new head coach. We have a new GM. Matt Ryan's back in the mix, but we don't know if Matt Ryan has spoken to James Pearce Jr. The only two players that we know for a fact Matt Ryan has had communication with are Bijan Robinson and Michael Penix. Those are the only two. Now, I'm sure they probably had a conversation with him, because once again, it ain't like James Pearce Jr. is just some no-name practice squad guy that, it's easy to cut bait with. He's the first 10-sack rookie in Falcons history. He has a lot of promise. He could have an amazing career here. Amazing career. And that's why I say at the end of the day, it is now in jeopardy. There's a lot of uncertainty that
And he's in
puts
Florida. He was in Florida, right?
yeah, hey,
But this dude,
Miami Dade.
This dude from North Carolina. I think he's from Charlotte, Lewisburg, somewhere over there, somewhere over that way, Charlotte. North Carolina. So that alone is kind of a little questionable to me.
So do I think
What in the
this is
world are he
the
doing down there?
do I think this is the end of James Pearce Jr. with the Falcons? I hope not. I don't know if it is or not. I can tell you this. He probably is facing some sort of suspension.
Oh
Base
yeah, yeah.
I mean, once again, it goes back into this was the NFL's top story the night before the Super Bowl. You think Roger Goodell's going to look at that and be look at that fondly?
Nah,
And
nah.
once
I mean
again,
that comes with it. That comes with the territory. Now he definitely gonna have to. He definitely gonna have to deal with some stuff. Well, he's not the. Um. Again, man, they just got to see what comes out, man.
yeah,
And they didn't give him no bond.
no bond.
Okay.
They already set bond for two of the charges, but the domestic violence, he's gonna have to go in front of a judge for that.
And see, that's what's crazy about it, right? And he might stay in jail, and then when he go in front of the magistrate or the judge Monday morning, they might find out that it was all hyped up. But I'm pretty sure that his lawyers or whatever or get digging into the case right now to find
Well,
out if there's any validation to those charges, man. Yeah,
and hey, Mr. Blank's right there with him.
yeah, yeah. But
Because hey, after
yeah,
everything Mr. Blank has had to go through with it, and this is a situation where I've seen people. Well, but what is Matt Ryan gonna say about it? What is um what is Ian Cunningham or Kevin said? Man, this is a something like this. This is a we don't want Arthur Blank to be involved, but this is something that Arthur Blank's his input is going to be needed on. This is going to be an Arthur Blank decision as to whether what
yeah.
happens
Because
with James Pearce
James
Jr.
Pearce Jr. James Pearce Jr. works for Mr. Blank, so
Yeah,
that's who he's employed by. So, like I said, man, things happen like that, man, and um you have to understand. I hope he understands what his situation is right now. Um, I don't know. I hope he look. That would have been who I called. I got to call Mr. Blank.
yeah. Hey, I ain't making a phone call to my mom.
Nope.
I'm looking up. Hey, I'm like
I'm
I
calling up
want to
Mr.
talk to
Blank.
my lawyer, or if I got Mr. Blank's number, I listen. I would have been plead. That's who I
Yeah.
need to plead my case to. I don't need to plead my case to no judge or no jury. I need to plead my
No.
case to him because see,
Yep.
don't make the mistake that and it's a different situation than Michael Vick. Don't make the mistake that Michael Vick made and lie to
Vic
Mr.
made.
Blank.
But see, let me tell you what. Let me tell you what Michael Vick did. Michael Vick stuck by the code of the streets, and what he didn't understand that the code of the streets was not going to help him in that situation he was in. The ones that he wanted to keep all of this stuff from were the ones that could have helped him. Because if he would have told Mr. Blank the truth, Mr. Blank could have did some things about that dog fight. Trust me. But he kept the code of the streets, which was to be true to Ray Ray and the boys, or whatever their name is, all his people, and them guys couldn't do nothing for him. And they let the golden goose get his head chopped off. So right now, man, it's a bad situation, man. But I done seen a lot. I done seen a lot of cats do some stuff and get away with it. And then again, I've seen some cats that were innocent, or it wasn't that bad, and they got dogged. They things happen, man. It's always something. Just when this stuff started down about Stefanski. Everybody, you had your people talking about him. He was wrong with Shadua and all of that. Now this,
Hey,
you know,
man, I finally thought we were gonna get a break. I finally thought we were gonna get a fucking break.
well, it's just one guy, man. He don't make the team, man. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
he
He
don't.
don't make the team. He
But
don't make
once
the team, man.
again, this ain't just like we're talking about some practice squad guy. We're
Nah,
talking about
well,
someone who man, I mean, what was phenomenal last year.
Hey man, but see, you can't at this point right here. I'm not looking at him as a football player. I'm looking at him as a young guy that got some money that's got himself into a
You're
situation.
right.
See,
Yeah, you're right. And
him being a football player, people, oh, he shouldn't do that. He got millions of dollars. So what?
but once again,
Two is
but him being a
go
football
ahead.
player and the connection he has to Arthur Blank, it could save him in this situation where, like you were talking about earlier, if it's a normal guy, they're probably screwed with all these charges.
Oh man, yeah, he's done.
But
Pretty
the
much.
fact he has the connection to Mr. Blank. So, see, I understand, we got to talk about the human being aspect. But this guy is known as a football player, and he has a boss that could give him amazing legal resources if he decides to.
Right. And the thing about it is first of all, you got to find out what really happened. Because just since you've been online on the air, you read two different articles, and the stories kind of shifted. Initially nobody said nothing about he was ramming his car into the lady's. If she was trying to go to, get to the police station, why would she try to? All she got to do is call the police. What are you doing? You're trying to drive a car. He hit your car, and it went from that to a police car chase. And he has a weapon,
We
and
got.
he didn't get shot.
I want to acknowledge the comments section. Uh, Millie Mills saying, "Goofy motherfuckers do goofy shit."
See what I'm talking about?
Got,
Now he's goofy. Now,
got.
now we're talking. Now we're name calling.
Shout out to our residential Panthers fans in the chat, J Dub and CPG. Uh, let's see. I'm sure the charges. Todd Smith says, "I'm sure the charges will be dropped. Good lawyer, get him off." Trucker Mike says they have video footage. He may be done for. Uh, Nexus Gamer,
He said
hi.
if or they got it.
They have video footage. He may be done for.
No, I'm saying is he saying that they saying they got video footage of the entire incident.
No, they just got video footage of him being arrested. So, but yeah. Let's see. Nexus Gamer, what did he do? Ray Fitty, what up, man? Rakia Jackson with the good kitty cat. She done fucked my D's head up.
Hello. I ain't even want to
Shit.
get into that. I
Hey.
ain't want to get into that. You know what I mean? I ain't want to
Hey.
get into
Hey,
that.
and look, I just pulled her up too. Hey,
Why must I feel
she
like that?
ain't bad.
Why must I chase the cat?
She ain't bad.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
Hey, you don't know what happened behind closed doors, man.
Oh no,
You know what I'm saying? Shoot.
man,
Yep.
you don't know. It may have all stemmed from what was going on in the bedroom.
Hey, most of the time that's what it is when it comes to that. So I
Hey,
don't know, man. I'm just sitting back, man. I done been there and done that, man. I done been in some scrapes myself, bro. And and people that glorify going to prison and all of that. And you know what I'm talking about. We ain't gonna call no name, but you glorify being a convicted felon. You know what I'm saying? But everybody with that. But now this guy messes up the same group. You know what I'm saying? Now this guy he's done. Okay. All right.
Augusta
Okay.
Gator, what's up, Augusta Gator?
Make your mind
Man,
up.
Augusta Gator,
And for all the people,
hey,
go ahead.
I'm gonna let you. Just want to get this one comment out of the way.
Okay.
Augusta Gator, what's up, man? We need you back back at the Falcons game this year. One guy, one arrest, not a big deal. UGA deals with this every weekend. Hey, I guess we getting in where we fit in, huh?
Yeah.
But hey,
Hey
what?
man.
Hey, go ahead and say what you were trying to say.
Oh, I kind of like I said, man. It's just one of them things, man. Where this when you find out who you got. Cause I heard some crazy stuff just a while ago, and I was like, man, you talk about, now everybody's an expert on getting a football contract, having a position in a big situation like that, and thinking that these people are exempt from doing some dumb stuff from time to time, making some bad decisions, and the media blowing it up. Let's just wait. Yep, let's just wait. And I'm not looking at him as a football player. That's somebody's son. That's somebody possibly brother or homeboy, whatever. And he just, I mean, he messed it up. He's in a situation right now. So
Yeah.
yeah, chat. I'm gonna be on the side of the optimistic.
Hey,
I'm
we
Mr.
trying to remain
Optimistic.
optimistic. Hey, trying to
Yeah,
remain optimistic over here.
and if he, and if the footage come out and hey man,
But
he wrong, then he
once
wrong.
again, hey, this domestic violence is, I mean, listen, the bad stuff is the fleeing from the police and the crash in the car. Because of this domestic violence, hey, it could all stem back to if, maybe he was a little aggravated, he wasn't getting the kitty.
Or maybe along with the other stuff that he had going on, he thought he was gonna get his little, get his award, and that didn't work, and
Oh,
he probably
hey,
was looking
he
for
should have
her to
got,
to
yeah,
to, to support him,
he should have gotten,
and
man,
he
he should have gotten that
she might
award.
have got mad and said something slick to him about it.
And that's what, and see, man, I'm gonna be honest, and I'm not
I'm
trying to come
telling you.
off as a misogynist, but you could probably speak for this too. You can't just talk to someone crazy. And look, we're not saying this is what happened, but this is just in general.
Yeah.
A man can't talk to a woman crazy, and a woman can't talk to a man crazy,
You got to show respect, man.
and it's got to
And
go
when you
both
and when you
ways.
get and when you get off and when you get out of pocket, sometimes if you're not in the right place. See him being a 23-year-old youngster, and he probably always been on top of everything. And now this done happened, and she might have said something slick to him. Now me, knowing what I know and been through in life, oh, none of that would have mattered to me. You know, as far as that coming from her, and by her being a professional athlete, if she did say something slick to him, she'd know better. She know the pressures of
Oh
being
yeah,
being a high profile, athlete or person. She know better than that.
but hey, once
So,
again, just like with, she may have felt like she was on top of the world.
hey man, hey, and he down in Florida instead of being up here in North Carolina and seeing his people. Yeah, it's something to that boy. She must know something, but he way down there in Florida.
Oh, yeah, if he way down, especially he down there in Florida with her. Yeah, hey, and he was just in San Francisco on Thursday too, and today's Saturday.
That's what. Right.
Man, he's aggravated. He going to Florida and he trying. Man, I'm gonna just say he going to Florida. He trying to get him some pussy. And
Ooh.
and hey, you listen. You can't play games like that. That's all I'm gonna say.
But look, now, what it mean by stalking? What does stalking mean that you had that she had a restraining order on him and he
See, that's the thing. The stalking charge is probably the weakest charge of them all.
yeah, but they threw it in there though. That's what I'm saying though. It's another derogatory word though. Context is everything, man. Context means a lot. And sometimes people shoot off at, say things that they shouldn't say. They say it at the wrong time in front of the wrong people. And it's just context, man. Because the thing about it is, like I'm just gonna say, for instance, like uh, the content creators and the other medias or whatever, right? You know, their motivation is to get on first and get the most clicks. Now, in today's world, to get the most clicks means that you've got to be as negative as possible. You got to be negative. You got to just throw stuff out there that's just uncalled for. Like I said, I heard, some crazy stuff about 30 minutes ago, and I'm like, you know, what do y'all got going on? Where you made some great choices, and you're in such a great place, making all of this money. I don't think so. but they can sit back and we can sit back and judge people, man. We don't know what happened, man. And I'm gonna stand on that till I know. So, like I said, you had a kid in college that just rolled up to an accident. They put him in it, and it caused him to off himself, and he had nothing to do with it. You know good and well this dude, it had to be a lot of pressure on him if he knew the truth. He knew the truth. But he knew these people that had power over him was lying on him. And he still couldn't stand on the truth, man. So he just took himself out. That's crazy, man.
Falcons family, Dirty Bird 52330. What's going on,
Georgia,
y'all?
Texas,
What's up, big dog?
boy.
What's up, man?
Listen, man. Hey, man. Come on, man. Come on now. As soon as we get ready to feel like we headed in the right direction, somebody always trying to throw that rock.
Hey, man. It's
Man,
it's
I
not
was
looking good, but hey,
I was just
go ahead.
minding my business, and I hear breaking news.
Hey, shit, I
JT
was ready to
arrested.
chill. I was ready to do some Netflix and chill tonight. Shit.
Man, this is wild, fellas. This is wild.
But hey,
It is.
let me ask you. I want to read off two comments first.
Yeah.
Mamula 101 says if she was going to the police before he tried to crash the car, he was already in the wrong. Cut it out. If he was chasing her with the car, that is stalking. Are you guys brain dead? Well, I mean, look, once again,
Dude, this person, who is this person, man?
hey,
He
you
said,
man,
if.
you want my mule 101. You want to talk like that, man? You can hit the fucking link.
Yeah, hit the link, man. You talking about if?
Man,
Now you
hey,
talking about we
listen,
brain dead? What you mean?
Yeah, hit
listen,
the link. Tell us
Hit
what
the
we
link,
brain dead
bro.
about.
listen.
We don't know what the fuck happened
I
between
don't
him and
know.
her. All we know is
Come on.
now. Look, we know that it appears from the video
Man, listen
there
to me.
may be some merit to the fleeing, but we don't know what the fuck was happening between him and his old lady.
We don't know. Hit the
As of
link,
right
bro.
now,
Hit the
We
link,
ain't, I
yeah.
ain't
man,
gonna argue with you. I just want to hear you talk.
Everyone up in there, hit the link. You
Hit
wanna
that
as of
link.
you
right
Let's
now,
talk
yeah.
about it.
like it's a bad look. Like, especially when it comes to DV, it's a bad look. It's a bad look all the way around. Like, I hate it for this young man. Like, he ain't even scratched the surface. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man,
Oh
I
yeah.
hate him.
Like this is just the beginning of his career. Like, it was just Thursday night. You was up the defensive rookie of the year, and 2 days later, it's breaking news. You was arrested. It's like, how is that? Like, even though we know, yes, him and the young lady have been in a relationship for a while because she was with him on draft night, on the night he was drafted. That was who was sitting next to him.
Okay.
Oh shit, it was.
So yes, yes, they both went to the University of Tennessee. She got drafted by the Los Angeles Sparks.
Okay.
Okay.
So as of right now,
And
it's
and,
not
and
looking
by
good. But
the way, I will say she is she's a fine looking woman. I'll put it that way.
man, it don't
So,
matter.
but I mean,
It,
once again, it was a
it came
comment
out
that
that
was
she
brought
has
up. Is it is
then it just came out that she has a broken nose.
Okay. What
man?
now? Say it again.
It just it just came out that she has a broken nose.
Well. Okay.
But there.
Who
Hey,
broke her nose?
I yeah.
Who broke her
I
nose?
hope. Listen, I hope she's okay. I'll go ahead and
Who
say that.
broke her nose though?
I hope she's okay, and I hope she's able to recover from this.
Man, right now, man, it's looking daunting. Like,
Who
it's not looking good for that young man.
who broke her nose though?
They're trying to insinuate that he did. Like right now, the charges are saying it's aggravated assault with that 2 counts of aggravated
Where
assault with a
where you
deadly
where are you
weapon.
seeing the broken nose at?
It, somebody was saying it on two other channels I was watching. They were saying it in the chat that it just came out. She got a broken nose.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Hey, I hope she's okay, but I mean, as the comment was just sad, and like this is the thing, especially with these athletes, is any opportunity to get some pussy, is it worth risking your entire career?
Oh no.
So I mean, yeah, that's just the where it is.
Man. And
Hey, Dirty,
then
you still there? Cause I'm hearing something else.
Oh yeah, no, I was kind of just peeping in on another channel.
No.
but yeah, man, it and it was in Florida. And if you had a pistol, like they're saying also from the TMZ article, if you had a weapon, that's like having a weapon in New York.
There go Wolf, man.
What's happening, Wolf?
Wolf,
Oh, what's up, guys?
what
What's
up,
happening,
baby?
man?
Making my
Puppy
rounds.
Wolf?
Rounds. What's up, man?
Man, it's
What's
not looking
happening,
good
man?
for that young man.
What do you think? What do you think, man?
Like I said, man, I think like I said, 30 minutes. I think no, hold on. I think I'm alive.
Yeah, oh, we can hear you.
Okay,
There
okay,
you
you
good. Good
okay,
mic.
good. I think that basically, you know what I'm saying? Like I was saying, like I just don't know, the kid if he has a problem of possessions. He could have a problem of possessions. He could have a problem like this, and then when you get into a situation, and then the nerves take over. You start making one mistake after the other, and the other mistake after the other, and it's like quicksand. And next thing you know, you're in knee deep, and I just don't know. Like I said, he's not like front page news. He's just our front page news, but he's not
Right.
front page news across, the country. It's just that it's front page news for the Falcons. But I think that he has a chance, but I just don't know. I really don't know, man. It's unfortunate, man, that um somebody might have told him to be like that, like possessive over females, you know. And if they taught him that, you got to get him out of that. You know what I mean? Like you just have to get him out of that because uh eluding police, this, that, and the third. I don't know the girls exactly who she is at WNBA. That makes it worse because she has some notoriety herself. So I mean, yeah, man. I mean, it's unfortunate, but I think he'll be okay. I don't think they'll do much if anything. I think they'll probably put somebody on him, like a liaison or something like that. Maybe somebody watch him. But yeah, his downtime he's got to be so bored. I guess that's just my opinion. I think he has to be bored out of
Man,
his mind.
Wolf, let me break it down for you, okay?
Mhm.
This is
Yeah.
what we were saying.
Okay.
Thursday night, in my
Okay.
opinion, he was robbed of. He should have won Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Sure.
He was robbed of that. He's probably
Yeah.
aggravated about it, and he's in San Francisco Thursday night. This is just 2 nights ago.
Right.
Saturday, man, he ain't up in North Carolina. He ain't here in Atlanta. He's down in Florida with his girl. Man,
Right.
he's and it can go back into what you were saying. Maybe he was taught to be possessive of women or something like that.
Right.
We don't know what. For all we know, this is just speculation. It may have been something over. Putting it bluntly, once again, maybe he wasn't getting the kitty, and that's what set him off. Maybe it was something petty, some petty argument that set him off. The domestic violence, that could be anything. Anything. The most concerning thing is the eluding and crashing the car.
Yeah,
Like
but
he can get out of that.
He can
yeah,
now
but
he can get out of it.
yeah, but like, but if you ain't never listen, if you never got punched in the face, you don't know what it's like getting punched in the face.
Exactly.
So the kid never committed a crime probably in his life.
He had the one. He had the one traffic incident at Tennessee, and that's it.
That's listen, a criminal gonna know what's happening before the cop does. The cop,
Exactly.
the cop don't. The cop is just there to detain you, read you your rights, and take you away. He probably got so nervous because when somebody sees blood, and even if it's an inch of blood, your brain switches. You it's like when you hit somebody and you knock them out, you think you killed them,
Nobody
right?
out
You never
before.
knock nobody out, Chandler. Then it's really the concept doesn't get to you because right there you pop and then you hit him, the guy goes down and you like, oh my god,
Yeah.
I killed him. So now you at the house like this, Chandler, you not sleeping because you like, oh my god, I killed the guy, and he might have just been knocked out. Now
Sleep.
his one action turned into another action where it's the nervousness. His stomach started turning probably, and his adrenaline went crazy. He hit the gas. It's a Lamborghini.
Oh
It's
yeah.
a Lam-
Oh yeah. Hey.
it's
And
not a
that
Toyota.
and that don't help him either. That it was a
Yeah,
Lamborghini though.
it's a Lambo. As soon as you put your foot to accelerate, you're gonna go. The Lambo's gonna go. So again, the nervousness, this, that, and third. So what's happening right now is all the details that is not in his favor. All the details right now are not in his favor.
No, it ain't.
We don't know if there's 4 people on this panel right now. If one of us on this panel, if we walk in and see our wife doing something that we're not supposed to see her, one of us is going to jail. It's like 1 out of 4 men in the country are going to go to jail for the rest of their life for a domestic violence situation. So one of us right here is going to go to jail for 25 years. We don't know if this lady was in a compromised position or was seen in a compromised position. This social media, you know what I mean? Women are going to send men pictures and this and that and third. Social media, you get so much information. So again, is it like I said in my video? If wifey got a problem with another chick, that's fine. They could fight. But if her man jump in or her friends jump in,
Yeah.
me and wife, I'm swinging.
If it's with a dude, yeah, it changes everything.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be a dude. It could be
I ain't gonna let mine get jumped by 2
Right.
women.
right, 2 women,
It's
right?
crazy. No,
So,
no
Not at
sir.
all.
yeah.
No
So,
sir. Hey,
you
I'm
see what I'm
sorry.
saying, Chandler? So it ain't like is the way we consume information, and it's like I told you on the phone. Sometimes, like we consume information so fast that we don't process it because it could be a mitigating circumstance, right? And we don't know about the mitigating circumstance. We don't know if something happened that it was a what do you call that? A crime of passion. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know. You know what was that? What was that white girl? The famous white girl, Jodi Arias. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a
Yeah,
passion.
you talk about the one that murdered her husband.
Right. He murdered her husband
Yeah.
and drove three states or something. Like you don't like it like it's like people they start blacking out like that. So I don't know. I think that I think it'll probably happen again. I'm pretty sure it'll probably happen again. I just don't know if the Falcons can risk the fact of letting him go. Like you really want to say, hey, listen, we're just gonna scrap this kid? I don't know.
I mean,
I don't think
you know,
nah, you can't do that right now.
Suspension. Just take the suspension, then.
yeah.
I mean, this right here is like a Alden Smith type situation. Just let him go through the suspension, go through the rehab and the classes he got to
Yep.
go through. I hope he could. This, you know,
Oh,
the
yeah.
NFL has seen this before. In a way, you know, we just gotta. If we see the potential in this kid, we just gotta get behind him, you know,
Yeah.
and just accept the suspension
Hey.
because we know the suspension is coming.
Well, oh yeah. The suspension is something required, and man, the Falcons will probably give him a suspension themselves because knowing how the Falcons are as an organization, you know, they're gonna take action, just like the NFL is. Okay, but we gotta call it for what it is. What
Yeah.
was the thing that was said when we drafted James Pearce Jr.? Hell, the reason we were able to select James Pearce Jr. As late in the first round as we did, we were able to even trade back up. Character issues. We knew we were bringing someone in. He kind of had that dog in him a little bit. He wasn't scared to get up and shake the cage, rattle the fences, make
Now,
noise.
where are the people that said they tired of the quiet boys
Hmm.
coming into the game? But one
That's
thing, hey
hey,
Wolf, I'm gonna take it back. I'm gonna take you back, Wolf. The
Hmm.
one thing that you were talking about, the combines.
Hmm.
You said, I remember you said it. The one thing that is most important that they do not show on these combines are the one on ones when they talk to these guys and see what's in their head.
Psychologically, yes,
Yeah, the
sir.
psychological
Yep.
evaluations, and
And what did I
you've been
tell?
on
What did
that.
I tell you, Dirk? I said in a couple of years they're gonna show a little bit of it. They're gonna show a little bit of it because now NFL teams are changing contracts. If you guys notice, GA Texas boy Chandler 330, they're changing contracts based on behavior
Yeah,
modifications. So
because they
when you
sick
look
of
at
it.
the yeah, when you look at the psychology of some of these players have deep dark issues. And by the way, guys, Ray Lewis was on trial for murder.
Hmm.
Did we
Mhm.
forget?
Yes, sir.
Did we forget? And where was he? In Florida.
Yep.
Super Bowl weekend.
Yep.
And Ray Lewis and them got out of a situation that was much worse than what James Pearce Jr. is doing right now, being so long ago, without social media and without everything. And if Ray Lewis was around when social media was at its height,
Oh,
this would have been tenfold. Okay.
fact.
So let's give him a little bit of and see what kind of cards get placed on the table when we can process information. Because again, the Falcons right now are so much of a hot topic that we move from one section of the Falcons to the other because now it's the Matt Ryan, it's the Ian Cunningham, it's the Michael Penix, and this and that, and we've been hitting the main media, and we're not even processing what Michael Penix is doing. We're not even processing what Ian Cunningham is capable of doing, what Matt Ryan's role is. We're not processing the clarity within the Falcon organization that has not been for years. We haven't had clarity. We haven't had people communicating with each other. We've had a kind of a Game and Thrones of environment inside of Flowery Branch. You've had people probably stabbing each other in the back over there. You know what I mean? So this
Man, and listen,
doesn't help.
that environment has been very toxic. Even dating back to during the season, it's been very toxic. And
Yeah,
listen, but we gotta say it, and we just gotta call it for what it is. All
yeah.
the change that's happened over the past month, and all the stuff happened. James Pearce Jr. not being Defensive Rookie of the Year, he probably felt like he deserved that, or he at
Sure.
least felt like his teammate Xavier Watts deserved it. To see this guy from Cleveland, get it, and I mean just all this stuff, the new head coach, yeah, Jeff Ulbricht's still here, but I mean the change. He probably, there's uncertainty. We don't know the conversations that him and Kevin Stefanski have had, if any. We don't know Ian Cunningham, if Matt Ryan, who, is is probably the greatest Falcon of all time, if he's even reached out to James Pearce Jr. during all this. Maybe he had a connection to Raheem, and that could be part of it. There's
Sure.
just a lot of stuff. And
Let's
even
just not right.
even
Let's just. But Chandler, let's not forget. Nobody here is saying that we support domestic violence.
no, we
I
do
don't want
not.
people to
No,
think
we don't.
that
No.
There's nothing to excuse domestic violence.
we don't support it. But what we do understand as content creators and subscribers, the 330s and the super fans and stuff like that, is that these organizations put a lot of money into these plays. We know that. So
Mhm.
um, James Pearce Jr. was on a trajectory of $140 million pass rusher. I'll tell you that right now. I'll tell
Shit.
you that now.
Hey,
So
we know that. Both of
I
us.
talked to Dirty about this. He was on his way to about $140 million contract, no problems. If he gave you another 10 sacks this season, it was going to cost you about
If
140
he
million.
stay consistent with that shit, that's
Yeah.
something the Falcons
So
ain't seen in a while.
so right now, guys, um, I'm thankful that we have Jalen Walker. At this point, I'm
Just
thankful.
shit. Hey,
I don't
yeah.
know
Right.
about where you. Yeah, I don't know where you guys land on that, but I'm
Yeah,
thankful we
very
have
thankful
Jalen.
we got Watts. Thankful, we still have Jeff Ulbrich and Nate Ollie here.
Yeah. So I mean,
You know,
uh,
you're
six
definitely
game suspensions, maybe eight. I think maybe 6 or 8 games, maybe.
six would probably be the best case scenario, man.
And you know,
He might have to
the,
take the lick, the entire this next season for this one, regardless.
Probably.
and see one thing, like we know with the pattern of how things been going. It's just been a couple of weeks removed that, you know, a cat had a carry permit gun, and
Mm,
they're saying that he had a weapon. The guy took the weapon, and they killed him.
mm,
And you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody up in arms about that.
hmm.
Not really.
Not really.
But
Yeah.
like I said, man, guys, we jumped on as fans and content creators,
Yeah.
man, and he's been every stupid idiot and get him off the team guy in the last 25, 30 minutes, man. Sometimes, man, we just got to sit back, man, and let it unfold without putting stuff out here on this internet real negative.
Hmm.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
because like I said, he's gonna get his chance to prove
Right.
himself. He's gonna get a chance, and even if it's not with the Falcons, if the guys are talking about letting him go, that's fine and dandy. But he will land with another team.
And
It's just not gonna be
that's where I
another team.
say obviously wanting the Falcons to succeed, but not just that. Personally, you can't give up on him just because of this one situation. In my opinion, like that's what I
Right.
will
It's
say.
right. All I'm saying is that it's an unfortunate situation. I don't support
Very,
it. I don't
very.
support. But
We don't
again,
support it. We need to make sure it don't happen again. But
yes.
Mr. Blank and see, this is a situation where like Matt Ryan, and see, this is the first big hurdle that Matt Ryan is going to have to face. Ian
I was
Cunningham,
just about to say
Stefanski,
that.
all of them. And this is
I was
where,
just about
like, once again, Arthur Blank says, "Well, I'm just here, to help when I'm needed." This is a time when his help is going to be needed for James
Well,
Pearce Jr.
I think you're right. I think that this is Matt's first big thing. I think everybody here agrees on that. Um, I know Matt's been around certain controversies,
yeah.
Right.
so I
Matt
listen,
knows
man.
Matt knows what it's like to come in here and clean up a controversy.
Right. I listen. I just don't want. I don't support it. I don't support domestic violence. I don't support domestic abuse. If you were stalking her, that's even more concerning. If you were, because that's like a peeve. That's like a peeping tom. That's a whole different kind of mindset. But then again, I don't know if his father taught him that. I'm not sure. You know what I mean? I'm not sure. My father never hit my mom. I've never hit my wife. I always tell my son, hey, yeah, we don't go to jail for hitting on women. That's not what we
For a
do.
minute.
Right. It's not what we do. Is not what you know what I mean. So I don't want people to get it. I'm just telling people that
Hey,
these
I'll say we don't go to jail for hitting women. We go to
right.
jail for hitting dudes that do hit women.
Yeah. So so yeah. So but again, I want people to understand that these players are commodities. They are assets,
They're
and
brands.
some
They are what make
of
these
them are
franchises.
liabilities. Right. Some of them are liabilities, and we have some certain people. The biggest liability that people think that we have on our team is our quarterback. Our quarterback came out and said, hey, blah blah blah. So I
He's
think
saying week one.
that's awesome. That's awesome. I think when you do your content, when GA Texas Boy does his content, when I do my content, I'm hoping and praying that 330 can see Michael Penix's opening day. I'm that's that'll be great for him against the Saints. I think we play the Saints week 1. I was
Nah, it
checking.
ain't been
Oh, okay.
revealed yet. I think we're gonna play Tampa week 1 or
Man, we might play Cleveland week 1.
shit. We gonna have an important game
That
week